Okay. We already got 3 thumbs up, 1 person in here, and 1 comment. Awesome. Awesome start. Give it just a couple minutes and then we'll get started. Got 2 people in here. Number 3. Awesome. Who we got in chat? I see American by Birth already commented before I even got the stream going live. 10 gauge, number 5s, copper plated. Sounds good to me. American by Birth, that's a new name I'm seeing in the chat. Big John, what is up, man? We're going to be talking about turkey shells and don't believe the hype. American by Birth got 17 longbeards out in the bean field all day. Where are you at, American by Birth? I didn't see any turkeys today, but saw 11 or 12 deer out walking the property. Dad was broadcasting some clover over the alfalfa food plots, or I'm sorry, hay fields. They're still food plots. You're brand new to the channel. Awesome. Glad to have you, bud. We got 6 people in here and 5 thumbs up. Lisa B, hello, Mom. A little warm. All right, we've been in here a couple minutes already. Give it just another minute, guys, and then I will get started on my little spiel. Northwest PA. Cool. I'm going to be hunting in Maine this year, I believe, as long as the plan stays true. Kind of be driving through that way. American by Birth, I don't know how many videos you've seen, but I'm from southeast Indiana, the tri-state area of Cincinnati, Ohio, and then Kentucky. Hard hunting in Northwest PA. Michigan Great Outdoors. What is going on? About time you make it to the stream, bud. Glad you're in here. I kind of checked out the public land area, Michigan Great Outdoors that you were telling me about. I didn't look at it enough to really get an opinion of it, but I mean, it's surprising that to me, it's surprising that there's public land so close to, like, in this general proximity of cities and stuff, which that's really cool. Yeah, I'm sure it does get some pressure being around cities and stuff. Yeah, Big John, for you, it's easy. You just go out driving around. Big John, is there a lot of public land near you in East Texas? I've always been curious. I've never really done any map scouting of Texas. Just hasn't come up on my list yet of places to go. We got 7 people and 5 thumbs up. Awesome. Cool. Well, I'm going to get started. I have 5 different brands of shotgun shells, and I pulled all this information from Bass Pro, not a sponsor, but I pulled all the information from Bass Pro, and I'm familiar with, I think, I've shot 4 of these 5, and number 5, there's a reason why I haven't shot it yet. Very small turkey population. Well, yeah, that stinks, but they're still killable birds. Now, are you talking specifically on the public land or like the county census for where you're at? Some states do like an approximation of their counties. Chip, wild about being outdoors. What's up, buddy? All right. So we're going to list off 5 different shotgun shells. They're all going to be, the specs are all from 3-inch shells. I shoot 3s in one gun because that's all it can handle. And then my old turkey gun shoots 3.5s. So some of these I've shot only in 3.5s. The others I've only shot in 3-inch. So Migratory Game, what's going on, man? All right, and they're also going to be from cheapest per shell to most expensive shot per shell. So number one, Remington Nitro Turkey. It's a really, really popular round. It's really cheap. It's the cheapest round on this list. Shotgun shell, that is. And the specs on it for a 12 gauge 3-inch is 1,210 feet per second in number 6 shot. You get 10 shells per box at $10.99. So that's $1.10 per shot. That's a really cheap price. They do kill turkeys. And the great thing about these shells is you can find these shells anywhere, any Walmart, most any store, you're going to be able to find the Remington Nitro Turkey. You know, they're not a high dollar shell, but they kill birds. And you don't have to go out and spend $9-10 per shot to kill a turkey. And that's kind of where this whole thing's going. Just wanted to do a live. I have 2 or 3 videos lined up, guys, but some of them are like a long-term project I'm working on. So it'll take one of them is going to take like a month and a half for one video. And you'll see, I don't want to spoil anything. I'm really excited about that one. So number one, Remington Nitro Turkey. I've had good success with these in the past. I've only used them to kill a couple of birds. Number two, this one was surprising. I didn't realize how cheap these were, but these are my shell of choice. The Winchester Longbeard XRs, and I shoot them in number 5s or number 6. So for these, they are $20 per box, and there's 10 shells in a box. They're $1.99 a shot. So $1.99. The Remington Nitros are $1.10. So you're only paying another 90 cents basically for one of these Remington Longbeard XRs. And if you guys were a part of any of my other live streams, we killed eight birds last year off of my gun. 7 of those were mine, and then a brand new hunter killed one with my gun, all shooting the the Winchester Longbeard XRs. What is up, Coffee? Yeah, we got a few. What are they? I don't know what they're called. Admins? Is that what? I figured out how to appoint admins or whatever over the account. That way, if we get another clown in here like the last live stream we did, we can get him out or mute him if we need to. Hunt down in Tennessee, American by birth. I hunted in Tennessee in 2015. I spent an entire week roaming public land and saw 2 turkeys, I think, one or 2 turkeys in an entire week. Moderators, thank you, Coffee. Yeah. I think I appointed 4 or 5 mods to kind of oversee everything. So if your name's Blue, it's because you guys have been with me from the beginning, or you're really good friends of the channel. And it's nothing against anybody who's not Blue. It's just people that have consistently been in each stream. Migratory Game, Chip, a lot of you guys have been in all of these, but I didn't want to make every single person in my chat Blue. So American by birth, you spent 20 years in Western Michigan. You like the Winchester loads, American by birth? Yeah. So I think last year was my first year using the Longbeard XRs, and I gotta say, guys, I'm thoroughly impressed by those shells. I'm just using the extra full Accu choke out of my Mossberg 500. It's just the stock choke that comes in that gun. It's what is it, 0.670. That's the constriction of that choke. I just ordered another choke. It's a slightly tighter by 10 thousandths. It's got a little more constriction, so hopefully it'll hold a tighter pattern, and it's actually designed for the Winchester Longbeard XRs. So number 2 on this list of cheapest rounds is actually my favorite, and it's the second cheapest on this list. Number 3, the Federal Premium Mag Shock. Now, when I use these rounds, I used them out of my 3.5-inch Remington 1187, and they shoot at 1,150 feet per second. These are a little bit more pricey than what I remember, but for 10 shells, $21.99, so $2.20, just a hair more expensive than the Longbeard XRs. And I kind of have on a scale of 1 to 10, I might rate these a 6 or a 7. Not necessarily for the quality of them, but I felt like so the quality of the casing, I guess. The shooting quality was fine. I had a lot of success with those rounds. I only used them for a year or two, and they worked fine when it came to dropping the hammer on a bird, but I had several go bad because the casings cracked open or the crimped in actually came undone on its own. I've never had that happen on a shotgun shell. So that was a little odd for me. That's why I would rate them so low. They're number 3 on this list of cheapest rounds out of my 5, right in the middle. Yeah, American by birth. I was literally just researching that just a little bit ago. Buy a bulk, a bag of some tungsten maybe. I think that'd be really cool. Michigan Grid Outdoors, you're one of those. Okay, we're going to talk about that here in a minute. $9 a round. Come on, man. All right, number 4 is where we're starting to get to the pricey stuff. Heavy Shot Magnum Blend. This is a combination of number 5 shot, number 6, and number 7, and they're 1,200 feet per second. These run $32.99 for 5 shots. That gives you $6.60 per shell. And I use these for, I think, 2 years. That's a 3.5-inch shell. Anybody who's used this brand, they're really cool. They come in a gold casing or a shell. The shell is really cool because it's gold. I mean, that's the only upside to them. I've missed birds with this shot, out to 40 yards or so. And I have a pretty good opinion of them. They kill birds, but at the same time, they're really hard to find unless you're going somewhere like Bass Pro Shops. Bass Pro had them, I think, when I went and looked. I think I stopped in Tennessee and found them. But you're talking $33 for 5 shots. If I kill 6 birds, 7 birds a year, I'm going through more than a box, not counting me shooting my gun to pattern it and make sure that it's still good to go. So I might shoot 2 boxes of these minimum a year. That's $70 almost. $70 is a lot of money to be shooting a few birds. So pretty expensive. I don't know if I'll go back to them. Michigan Great Outdoors, you shot the 3rd degree. I've heard good things about those. I personally have not used them. I believe the one time I was going to try those out, they were sold out. Yeah, TSS. That's number 5 on this list. TSS. Everybody wants to talk about TSS. Number 5, most expensive shotgun shell for turkey hunting on this list is Federal brand TSS, number 7 shot. They shoot 1,200 feet per second. They come in, and these are the 3-inch. Remember, guys, 3-inch shells. The 3-inch shells for 5 is $38. For the 3.5s, I think it's $48. So you're talking literally $9.5 per shot. I've never shot the TSS. Like I said, the other 4 on this list, I've shot, I've used, I've killed birds, and I've missed birds with a few of these. You hunt long enough, you're going to miss some birds, and I'm not gonna lie and say I haven't missed birds. I missed plenty of birds. You have some TSS to test with. Michigan Great Outdoors, man. All right, I'm not gonna block you from the channel, bud. But no, I bought some Federal TSS for a 410. Problem is I haven't shot them. They were like right at $50 for that box. For the 410 rounds were $50. So in the state of Indiana, you cannot kill turkeys. You can't hunt turkeys with a 410. I bought them because it was the first time I had ever seen TSS on the shelf. I bought them a year and a half ago, and I still have not shot a single one of them. At $10 a pop, I'm not going to waste them. But let's see. Get a bird in and shoot less than 30 yards this season. Michigan Great Outdoors. I think that should be everybody's goal. I think everybody's goal should be to call the birds in close. And you missed it in the last stream, but one of the things I talked about in the last stream was I need to be better about calling birds in close. My problem is this finger here starts to get a little itchy as soon as a bird breaks that 40 mark. I'm ready to just drop the hammer on him. And being a YouTuber like most everybody else in here, it's really difficult to get good footage if you're dropping birds at 40, 50 yards. And that's something I need to be better about. That's my goal for this year. Besides, the subscriber goal, my goal is to be more patient with the trigger and let those turkeys get in close, get into the decoys 15, 20 yards, let them put on a show for you guys, because that's what it's all about. Enjoying the experience of being outdoors, being in another state in my case, and being able to watch these birds do what they do. And it's just amazing. Yeah, TSS, it's outrageous, for real. Chip, you've shot the TSS. I have not shot them yet. Like I said, I'm too tight with money, I guess, when it comes to shooting it away. Yeah, I started with like the cheap stuff, like these Remington Nitros. Like I said, you can find those at Walmart. You can find the Longbeard XRs at Walmart. That's the other benefit to shooting the Winchesters is when I'm traveling out of state, especially out west. There's not a whole lot out west. Most people in here are from the east, like myself, Midwest, whatever you're gonna call it. But out west, there's Oak Fusky. What is up, buddy? Oak Fusky's in the house, guys. For people like Oak Fusky who live way out west, sometimes it's hard to find a Walmart. It's hard to find a store where you can buy shotgun shells sometimes. So I always try and look for Walmarts along my route of travel whenever I'm heading out west. And that's the benefit of shooting the Winchester Longbeard XRs is you can find them at Walmart. And they're moderately priced and they perform. Yeah, coffee. There's nothing wrong with being tight with money. I'd rather be tight than overly loose. But coffee, I have gotten in trouble with my trapping stuff this year, man. Bought so many traps. I was going to do a video on addiction to trapping because started with those 3 I bought from you, and now I have like 100 traps in one season. Yeah, we got good people in here again, man. That's awesome. I think most everybody knows everybody. American by Birth, he's new to the channel, I guess. And it's good to have you in here. If you're still in here, American by Birth, you should check out these other guys. Great trapping channels, great hunting channels. A lot of really good channels in here. Michigan Great Outdoors, he does great deer hunting videos. We got Coffee in here, trapping. Migratory Game with his duck hunting. Chip with trapping. Oak Fusky, he does it all too. Eastwind Farms, welcome to the chat, buddy. A lot of good people in here. This is awesome. Glad to have everybody in here. So the interesting thing about these 5 shells that I read off to you guys, all of them are very, very close in their feet per second. To me, that was really interesting. I thought that the 3.5-inch shell shot quite a bit faster, but the 3.5s actually shot a little bit slower in the one shotgun shell that I had to use 3.5s, and that's the Federal Premium Mag Shocks. Everything else shoots right at 1,200 feet per second. I've had good results. I've had bad results, missing. But I've only had a negative opinion of one, and that was the Federal Premium Mag Shock. All these others are quality shells. And I think as hunters, we want the newest products. We want to look good while we hunt and while we film ourselves hunting. I'm guilty of that too. I like to have nice looking camo and matching. Got to rep. But I think you need to spend more time behind the gun instead of, trying to flute around and brag about what you're using and what you're shooting. I'm using a cheap Mossberg 500. It's like half the price of my Remington 1187. I don't use my 1187 anymore. And I didn't retire that gun, but I'm going to use it maybe this year one time. Chip, 40 yards. Yeah. Yeah, Chip, in the last stream I talked about I think it was my South Dakota bird. I shot that bird at 62 yards. And like I said in that stream, I wasn't super proud of that shot, but at the same time, I felt confident in that shot. And when I took it, bird dropped immediately. He was dead in seconds. So Timber Hills, is that the Red Hounds? Timber Hills Red Hounds or something? Yeah, Michigan Great Outdoors. I had an 870 for about 3 days, and then I sold it and bought an 1187. Michigan Great Outdoors. I hunted, I think, 1 or 2 days with my Remington 870. I just bought it brand new, walnut stock. It was just a standard 870, and I had the field barrel on it, no choke, nothing special. And I took it out, hunted all day, got on some birds, didn't kill one. And then later that same day, stopped in at Walmart because I wanted to check out their gun section, and I found a Remington 1187 that was dipped in camouflage. I bought it right there on the spot, and a couple days later, I sold my 870 to a guy I worked with. So I don't even know. I shot that gun a handful of times, but you don't see too many people using 870s on YouTube. You see them on Facebook. Mossberg Maverick 88. Yeah. That's the youth gun, isn't it, Oak Fusky? Tubby Guy Outdoors from Canada. What's up, buddy? Timber Hill Redbone. That's what I knew. It's something like that. Yeah, I had a few channels that I was sub to today celebrating subscriber milestones. Ridge Life 800 subs, and then I think downstream and downstream and down range, I think, with 500 subs. Coffee Cody uses the 870. Tubby Guy 870. Cool. Shit happens. What is going on, CJ? Let's pack the beer. A bush. I got a couple in the fridge, bud. We got the Schickster in the house. If he's not at 1,000 subs, he probably will be by the end of tonight. His channel's getting big. Everybody knows Schick, though. The 88's a full size, okay. $240 at Walmart. Nice. Yeah, I can't remember what I paid for my 870. The 870, I think I bought at a sporting goods store. And then my 1187, I bought at Walmart. I paid $700 for that gun. Zon Moore, what is going on, Grizz? Glad to have you, buddy. I work with Zon. He's a friend. Yeah, we got a bunch of good channels in here always. You guys always come in to support. I really appreciate it. Oak Fusky, you shoot the 835. I almost bought an 835, and I had called around some local Mossberg dealers in my area, which is nowhere, like an hour away is the closest Mossberg dealers, and nobody was carrying them. And they were like, you can order it, but it's back ordered. So I ended up ordering the Mossberg 500 tactical turkey, and it's a good gun, but it only shoots the 3-inch shells. Excuse me. I kind of wish it shot 3.5s. It'd make things a lot easier, because now I have to buy 3-inch and I buy 3.5-inch shells, and it would be easy to get them confused if you're in a rush or in the dark trying to get all your gear ready. A lot of states you can't travel around with a gun loaded. So if you're scouting properties, like you're hunting out of state and you're trying to get on some birds, if you got pulled over, you would not want to have your gun loaded. We got 13 people and 11 thumbs up. Thank you guys so much. Really, I just wanted to talk about some of the shells that I had used and hang out with you guys and see what everybody was up to. Fur Taker Convention. Do you know where at in southern Indiana? Coffee, that'd be really cool to go to. What size shot do I run? In the shells that I'm using, I have it wrote down. The Winchester Longbeards that I shoot number 6s mostly, but usually I buy 5s and 6s simply because you can't always buy multiple boxes of one shot size. And I don't have a preference just yet on which Winchester round or shell I like more. So the number 5s and the number 6s, but I prefer to use the number 6 shot. Chip, holy cow, $40. You can't beat that, bud. Chip, that sounds like a great night, bud. $40 for a Benelli. That's a good deal. I've never shot a Benelli. Can't afford it. Yeah, Schick. I had the 870 Super Mag. Came with the deer slug barrel and the field barrel, the 28-inch barrel, I think it is. 12 thumbs up, 13 thumbs up, 10 people in here. That's awesome. I was hoping we'd have some more new people in here. So far, just the one new guy. A few weeks back, I started to do a stream on turkey calls, and I got a few sitting around me here. I might bust them out. Remington, 3-inch mag, heavy shot, number 6. Yeah, I prefer, Tubby Guy, I prefer to use 3.5 because they don't make a 4-inch shell. But the gun that I bought, it was the one that I wanted to buy, or it wasn't the gun I wanted to buy, but it was the best second option that I had. So I bought it, even though it only shot 3-inch shells. So that was the first time I had shot 3-inch shells, and since I was like 15. When I was 14 and 15, when I killed my first 2 birds, I was using, I believe, 3-inch shells. But since then, I have not shot a 3-inch shell. Undertaker choke tube. That's a tongue twister. Yeah, so I just ordered Carlson choke tube, and it's made for the Winchester rounds, is what it says. It's a .660 constriction. Looking forward to shooting it, but problem is I can't find any shells right now. Season's too far out here in Indiana for them to sell them, I guess. So, Oakfusky, you have the Browning A5 gas operated. I don't think I've even seen that gun. That's cool. Have you done any hunting videos with your wife in the past, Oakfusky? I haven't looked back and seen some of your older stuff. Charleston, Indiana, Clark County Fairgrounds. That'd be cool. Yeah, text me if you're interested in going to that, Coffee. I'm guessing that's a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. All right, Zon, put those kiddos to bed, buddy. I'll see you Monday if I'm not sick. 14 people in here. Wow. Awesome. This is one of my 2 box calls. We talked about box calls briefly on the video that I ended up deleting. This is actually the Flex Tone Old Faithful. I believe this is the Eddie Salter call. I believe this is Eddie Salter's call. That's why I bought it. I think it was like $26.99, something like that. And it won't call. I need to put some chalk on here, which I have right next to me. But you don't have any older stuff? Oh, okay. 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 I thought I had seen somewhere you had been filming for a while. Okay. Same situation as me. I've been filming for, gosh, I don't even know, a decade. Been filming for a long time and just never had the courage to get them up there. Yeah, it's heavy guy. I'm gonna do that. I have my sandpaper back behind you guys, and I actually have the chalk right next to me. Well, I really just wanted to show it. That's the Eddie Salter call, and I hunted with him in the past. Asher Brother Outdoors, glad to have you. Chip, you might be able to attend that convention. Chip, that'd be really cool, bud. If you can get down here to Southern Indiana, that'd be great. Recipes this season, catch and cooks. Are you asking me, Michigan, if I have any recipes? I got a ton of recipes. I just haven't made videos on them yet. I think I missed something here. Migratory game, you have a gas gun. Okay, so you plan on going coffee. Okay, cool. Well, when you know, you let me know, and maybe we can meet up. Catch and cook turkey videos. I've thought about that. I was honestly, Michigan Great Outdoors. I was thinking about doing that last year. And when we get a little closer to season, I'll show you guys what my pack out is in my vehicle. My vehicle, like I've said in other streams, it's loaded top to bottom, dang near with stuff, and I keep a little spot for myself to sleep. And it's a process. It's definitely a process having cooking supplies, hygiene stuff, sleepwear, hunting stuff, all that stuff, camera gear. I mean, that takes up space too. So it's definitely a process to get your vehicle packed right. Raising Canes, you hit 200 subs today. Congrats, bud. Raising Canes, you need to turn your comments on all of your videos, because you need to be able to connect with your subscribers, with the people that are watching your videos. You need to make sure that you keep the comments on. That way we can talk to you. Every time I watch one of your videos, I try and get on there to comment and let you know that, I showed up, I'm here, I'm watching your videos. And it always says comments disabled. Turn them on. 200 subs. That's really great. You did that in like 3 weeks. That's really awesome, Raising Canes. Catch and cook turkey videos. Yeah. So like I was going somewhere with that Michigan Great Outdoors. With the whole process, I had my Coleman white gas stove, and I had seasoning, I had potatoes, I had onions, I had all this great stuff to make a really nice kind of a catch and cook video right there on the fly. And I think what happened is every time I killed a bird, I was like, okay, let's go to the next state. Let's go to the next state. And that's how it was. After I tagged out in Oklahoma, as soon as I tagged out, man, I carried two 20-plus pound birds on my back, got a camera too that I'm tucked in my arms, and then several pounds worth of water and turkey hunting gear and gun, all that stuff I had, draped over my back and in my pouches and all that stuff. And I was just ready to get home, 16-hour drive home. I was just ready to get home. And then when I was in South Dakota, it was on to Nebraska. When I was done in Nebraska, it was on to Kansas. And as soon as I tagged out opening day in Kansas, I was 14 and a half, 15 hours back home. And that was the problem. And this year I would like to do kind of an on-the-site catch and cook with wild turkey. I was planning on doing a deep fried recipe. Raising Canes, they turn off and on. You should be able to control that whenever you're in your YouTube studio, Raising Canes, you should definitely have that option to disable or enable your comments. But I think that you would really benefit from being able to communicate with your fans, your friends. We're your friends here. We're your family on YouTube. We're a hunting community. We got people. I don't know how old you are, Raising Canes, but you're obviously a really young man. Then we have people ranging up in their 50s and 60s. So it's really cool to get a family atmosphere like that on YouTube. So make sure they're turned on so we can communicate, bud. Asher Brothers, you reached 250. It went away. Sorry if it's shaking. Reached 250 day before yesterday. Congrats. That's really good. Big John's a good point. He might have a kid. He might have it on kid friendly. Raising Canes, when you're selecting. Oh, whoops. Don't want to do that. Sorry if I just removed your comment, whoever that was. Raising Canes, if you're selecting and making it kid friendly, that could be the reason why you're missing out on comments too. Good point. Thanks, Big John. I'm missing so many comments here. Oak Fusky, yeah, that's a good point. They may be turning it on. Ridge Life's in here. Congrats on hitting 800 subs. I just mentioned you earlier in this video. Yeah, congrats. That's a great milestone. Chip, you've been turkey hunting since 2003. You didn't kill a bird till 2012, so you learned the hard way. One every year since then. That's great. Congrats, man. I've killed one every year since 2013. But I took a few years off. I hunted in 2000, 2004, 2005. And then I didn't hunt turkeys, I hunted in 2006, but I didn't get one. I may have hunted in 2007 too, but I don't remember. And I took a few years off with work and school. I just wasn't focused on turkey hunting, so I didn't hunt for a few years there. I don't know why. I was stupid, I guess. Okay, Bassmaster, welcome to the chat. Sorry I didn't see you sooner. M&M Outdoors, glad to have you in here. Everyone is sick of the outdoor channel. It's all about YouTube now. Yeah, Michigan Great Outdoors, 100%. Yep, I'm with you. We had a good talk the other night, Michigan Great Outdoors, and I. We talked about the community and how cool it is that you can meet so many people. We talked about sub counts and watch time, stuff like that, all those silly algorithm type things. Okfusky, you didn't get one this year, is that what it says? Yeah. You did a lot of guiding. I don't blame you there. Definitely don't blame you. Zon Moore, what about me getting stuck in the blizzard? I got stuck in a blizzard 2 years in a row. 2018 and 2019, I got stuck in blizzards in South Dakota. That's the some of the trials of traveling to a really cold place. Sorry if I'm missing comments. We're getting quite a few tonight, which is really great. It's great stuff. 17 people and 14 likes. Thank you guys so much. I think I missed some comments here, guys. If I missed your comment, I'm really sorry. I'm really trying. Oh, thanks, Ridge Life. Appreciate it. Kind of babbling and stuff like that, but we're having fun. I just enjoy being on here and talking to everybody. It goes by so quick. Anybody who's done a live stream knows that it just happens so fast, and by the end of it, it's like, oh wow, I already did an hour. Yeah, thanks guys. Thanks Ridge Life. Thanks Big John, Texas Kayak Adventures. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, we're at 16 likes and 16 people. Really cool. Really cool stuff, guys. I want to know what other people run in their guns. For those of you who don't follow me on Facebook, I was actually supposed to take Zon Moore. He's in the chat here. I was actually supposed to take him last year to get his first turkey, but he couldn't. So I ended up taking another guy that I used to work with, and he killed his first bird. Eminem Outdoors, you're at 75. Oh, it jumped. Where'd it go? I'm working on 100. I have 7 vids so far. Eminem, hey, that's nothing to scoff at. I mean, 7 videos and you're almost at 100 subscribers. I think I think right out of the gate, I started with like 20 or 30 subscribers within my first few days. And that was because really great support system, a lot of coworkers, former coworkers, Coffee Outdoors spreading the word for me. I started out small and it took me a while to grow Eminem. So definitely don't get down on yourself. I mean, 7 videos and 75 subs, that's definitely something to be proud of. I don't understand how some people put out like 5 videos and end up with hundreds of thousands of subscribers. It makes no sense to me. I was looking at a channel a while back. They literally had 5 videos on their channel and over 100,000 subscribers. I don't I don't understand how that happens. And they didn't have like, huge views. They didn't have a ton of views on their channel, which was weird. True North Angler, welcome. Kind of wrapping it up here. Glad to have you in here, True North. I feel like I missed somebody. Something. Raising Cane. All we need is virtual cold beer and some peanuts, and we have a virtual reality bar. Come on. Yeah, check each other out, guys. Eminem's working on 100. I think most people are familiar with each other in here. These streams aren't about me. It's more about just hanging out with you guys and getting a chat. I said earlier I haven't put out a real video in several weeks, but I've got two or three in the works right now. Just waiting on a few things, and we'll be having a few real videos come out. Yeah, Okfusky, that's true, but like 100,000 subscribers, I don't see how you can get. I don't see how that can happen. 2,000 subs and yeah, migratory game. That's a great point. Yeah, 2,000 subs and 13 views. I agree. My channel's done okay at times, and like my fishing videos, I'm not a real angler like a lot of people in here, like True North and um, Texas Kayak. I I'm fairly green when it comes to fishing, but I enjoy fishing. My fishing videos did horrible, 20, 30 views, and that was kind of my average at the time, but they did worse than my other videos. Yeah, Michigan Great Outdoors, that'd be really cool. I think it would be really cool to meet a lot of you guys. I'm sure I'll meet you at some point. You're not too terribly far away. Sarah Dolly, that is my sister in the chat. Hi, sis. She says, a lot of people start with Instagram and then move to YouTube with a ton of subscribers. Yeah, that makes sense. My sister used to put out some YouTube videos. She doesn't anymore. And she gifted me this lighting system. That's why I look so nice and bright and pale and pasty. But yeah, she gave me these lights that she used to use on her channel. How's Miss Leia doing, sis? Texas Kayak, yours don't do bad. If anyone can help us reach 1K, we'd appreciate it. Well, we keep meeting new people, and every live that you go to, every live that I go to, my channel grows, even if it's only 5 or 6. I think I was telling Michigan Great Outdoors the other night when we were talking. I think I gained like 6 subscribers just because I stopped into a channel that I wasn't super familiar with. I was a fairly new sub, and I saw they were doing a live. So I got in there and said hi to everybody. I wasn't asking for subs. I was just genuinely saying hey to see what was going on, and just join the chat because it feels good to have people in your chat. And I gained 6 subscribers right away. Oh, she got to see me on TV. Oh, that's cute. My little niece, she is a doll. She is the most beautiful little girl. She's just a little baby. Eminem, yeah, it is all about having fun. Ultimately, the sub counts and the views don't matter, but it does feel good when you put a lot of time into a video and you feel like you did a good job. And everybody's standards are a little different, but when I put out a video that I really was proud about and then it only got like 30 or 40 views, it did stick with me a little bit, but I was chugging out content all the time. I didn't put a whole lot into my fishing videos because I'm not really a fisherman, but Tubby Guy got everybody in here. Guys, go check out Tubby Guy Outdoors. He's a really good dude. Tubby Guy, I just had some maple syrup with my French toast tonight from Canada. Just so you know. Michigan Outdoors. Michigan Great Outdoors. Sorry. I've always believed that if you make real content and be true to yourself, the subs will come. Yep. Love me some trout fishing. Ridge life, I've never fished for trout. Like to someday. Yeah, Tubby Guy, I had the choice between Mrs. Butterworth and some Canadian maple syrup. I chose Canada tonight. If I think a video is bad, it blows up. Yeah, that's a good point, Texas Kayak Adventures. I think I have 3 or 4 videos that have done pretty well, more than 1,000 views, which for me is amazing. And 2 of those, I hated those videos. Like when I put them out, I was like, I don't really want to do this video. I want to redo it. And I just left them up. And next thing I know, they were at 1,000 views, and I was really caught off guard. We have Rocco in here. I didn't see him. I was busy yapping away. Where's he at? I'm missing it somewhere. Oh, there he is. Passion for hunting. Hello, what is up? Oak Fusky. Yeah, sometimes it just takes time. Yeah. Oak Fusky, my first ever video I think it might be my second best video. Excuse me. And it was a review of my Mossberg 500. What's funny about that video is it was my first time editing a video, right? So I was standing outside and it was in the 40s. It was a little chilly for what I was wearing, but I was out there for what felt like hours. And for whatever reason, because I had never edited before, I didn't realize that I could cut and take out the bad parts. So I did that entire video in one take. I think I did one little cut at the very end of that video because I had a pause, and all I did was I took the pause out. But I redid that take probably 50 times, and finally I was like, okay, this is enough. My hands are freezing, my nose is freezing. I just got to be happy with it and put it out there. And that video is done pretty well. It's just funny looking back, like now, if I mess up and I have somebody with me, I'll repeat myself and redo a line if I have to. And the person that's with me, like, you just said that. It's like, yeah, I'm just going to cut it out. And I always say, don't worry if you say something you don't want in there, or you do something silly, I can always take it out, which is cool because my first video, I just was so nervous that I felt like it had to be perfect. I had to do it perfect the first time and every time. But Ridge Life, you've been averaging 100 subs a week. Are you a fairly new channel then? Okay, you just started after Christmas. Awesome. You have 125 videos already, Ridge Life? Holy cow. Since Christmas? Tubby Guy, have a good night, buddy. Thank you for coming in. Raul Garcia, Fishing and Outdoors. Hello, welcome to the chat, buddy. Yeah, Big John. I have not watched that hog skinning video. It popped up today in my on my home screen, I think, on my phone. it popped up and I saw it and I was like, holy crap, it's got a ton of views. Yeah. I'm gonna watch that video eventually, Big John. But I saw that you had that many views on that video, and I was really happy. I mean, that's cool. That's really good to see your friends doing well. Coffee, his Tennessee Bear video that he did, I think it's almost at 6,000 subs, and that was just this past summer. Yeah, I've been on a few of Passion for Hunting and Fishing's live streams. Coffee, he does a good job. He was making scrambled eggs, or I don't know if they were scrambled. He was making eggs and bear sausage. I was sitting there at work just drooling, dying, wanting to try some. Sounds so good. Oak Fusky Outdoors. I use Filmora. What? Let me see. What's it called? I think it's called Filmora Wondershare 9. It's about $40 a year, so it's really cheap. Some guys use some stuff that costs a lot more money. Mine's, I think it's like $40 a year. It's really cheap. Guys, I'm way behind, so I'm sorry. Michigan Great Outdoors. Yeah, I think editing is fun too. It's the most time consuming. You know, you might record, let's say you're hunting, you know, you do deer hunts. You're out there for hours and you might have a couple hours worth of footage, and trying to break that down into 10 or 15 minutes, it's tough. It's definitely tough, but it's fun. Okay. Oh, it just jumped on me. Yeah, Ridge Life's out here killing it. 125 videos in 2 months. That's insane. That's how I was when I first started out too, to be honest, Ridge Life. I would I would be at the point where I might have like 10 videos ready to be uploaded. And what I would do is I would just space them apart. Like every other day I would upload. And when I went on vacation and stuff like that, I could literally go on vacation a week and not have to worry about uploads because I would just schedule them out. But those videos weren't that great. I was just trying to get out content because I was brand new. Videos produced and uploaded out to March 5th. Yeah, Ridge Life, I was the exact same way, man. I was way ahead of the curve. I was so excited about being on YouTube and doing it for me and Mason that we were doing a lot of videos. Yeah, Coffee, you do a lot of your stuff in one shot, which is cool. It's tough. You know, it's kind of like doing a live stream, really. You know, you don't have too many opportunities to mess up. I mess up less on the live streams than I do when I'm doing my actual videos. I get tongue like just then. I get tongue tied and tongue twisted when I talk too much. I need a sponsorship by water because I definitely talk a lot. Oak Fusky, how long of a video do you guys try to make? That's a great question there, Oak Fusky. I think I've put out videos that are 30 minutes down to a minute and a half. For me, I like my videos to be in that 3 to 5 minute range. Some people might think that's weird, but I think it helps you out with the view duration. I don't know if that matters, but how much that matters or not, I don't know. But I try to just put them out 3 to 5 minutes because the longer the video, the harder it is to keep people's attention. And I'm kind of monotone. I'm not super fun, but I do my best. Sarah Dolly, my sister, she said, Mike says you should make some videos testing turkey/venison jerky recipes and let him be the official taste tester. Is he watching right now, sis? I don't want to make fun of him unless he's watching. Texas Kayak says he shoots for 10 minutes. A lot of people shoot for that 10-minute mark. I think it has to do with the monetization. I'm not monetized, so I don't really care how long they are personally. Okay, hold on. It keeps jumping around on me, so I'm missing out on comments. So if I miss your comment, I really apologize. Okay, Bassmaster, I'm really sorry to hear that, buddy. Going through the same thing. I'm not sure. I think we may have talked about this on, I don't know if it was on my channel or on somebody else's channel, but I think you and I may have talked about that before. It may have been on Big John's live stream, actually. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, Bassmaster, just do what you can. Most important thing is you and your family. If you have kids, take care of you. Take care of you and your kids if you have them. 3 to 5 minute kills your watch time in the end. It really does. Why is that, Big John? Curious. When you get monetized, most videos produced are 10 minutes to double up the advertising. Yeah. Okay. My sis says Mike's watching. He said, "Go ahead." We have kind of a cool video series that we may do this summer. He's a city boy. He's from Cincinnati. He went to Purdue, which is cool. But he's a city boy. He's a good man. He's a good brother-in-law. But we wanted to do this series where basically I put him through some different tests and stuff of what's it like to be country or whatever you want to call it. I don't care about all those titles, but we thought that would be a really cool series. Make him come out and throw hay with me one day. I think it would be really fun, and it would also make my job a little easier. Oak Fusky, you think yours are too long? I mean, it depends on the person, Oak Fusky. Some people are like me, where they're not super exciting and entertaining. I enjoy watching your stuff. It doesn't matter if it's 28 minutes long or 2.5 minutes long, Oak Fusky. Certain people with an outgoing personality and that are real friendly and stuff like that, they're really fun to watch. It doesn't matter how long the videos are. Yeah, Oak Fusky, your channel's really grown a lot. I'm really glad I found your channel. Ridge Life, glad to have you. Go have some supper with your family. Michigan Great Outdoors says I'm 5 to 12 minutes. Yeah. 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 My trapping videos usually run, a minute and a half to 3 minutes or so. Other videos, they're generally 3 to 5 minutes. Okay, Bassmaster. Just jump. Good grief. This is tough. Oh, okay, Bassmaster. Because you have to get 4K watch hours to get monetized. Oh, yeah, I don't really care about monetization. I know I'm way far away from monetization. I'm not that worried about it. If it happens to where I get to that point where it feels right to go ahead and monetize, I'll do so. But it's going to be years for me, so I'm not really looking ahead to that watch time hours. Okay, Bassmaster. He said it's no biggie. She said I couldn't fish. I said there's the door. Clown, man, you're funny. It hurts because you only generally get 50 present retention through the video. I'm not sure what that means, Big John. That must be one of those fancy monetization terms. Yes, they are ad-friendly videos when they're over 10 minutes. Yeah. I wonder why they set it at 10 minutes. It seems kind of odd. 10 minutes. I mean, I guess it is an even number. Oak Fusky, you just started a Fur Shed series, and it started with skinning videos. It's hard to shorten them down to less than 20 minutes. Oak Fusky, you haven't posted any of those Fur Shed videos yet, have you? I don't think I've seen them. Then again, I'm way behind on videos. I got a core group, and basically anybody in here. When you guys post, I try and watch your stuff, and I try and comment. I don't always comment because I don't always want to just repeat myself and say great video, stuff like that. When I watch your guys' videos, I really am happy to be there watching them, and uh, I try and always comment something genuine because I really appreciate watching you guys. Okay, Bassmaster, are you serious? That's really what happened with your divorce? Yeah, migratory game. I'm with you on that. Whenever you're doing a skinning video, migratory game, a lot of it depends on. I guess it depends on how he's doing it. If he's trying to do it the Coon Creek Outdoors way, where you're doing instructional videos, you really want to take your time and do it slow, and you want to show people the exact cuts, like what you're doing with the fur as you're pulling it away from the hide. If you're using a knife and stuff, I don't know if that's exactly what he's talking about, but you're going to post the first one tonight, Oak Fusky. Good. Are you doing in-depth, like instructional fur handling videos? Yeah, Oak Fusky. That's what I was just saying. It would kind of be hard to do a time lapse and show details of what you're doing. We still got 13 people in here. Holy cow. 17 likes. Thank you guys so much. Oak Fusky, what time, Oklahoma time, are you posting it? Yeah, I learned how to skin and flesh critters from watching Coon Creek Outdoors. Man, he puts out his old stuff. I've said it to numerous people. If Coon Creek would have a friend or a coworker, even if he doesn't have people available to film, or a girlfriend, something, if he could have somebody like get right up in there as he's making his cuts and stuff, he already puts out great videos of handling fur. I think if he could get some better camera angles, his channel would do even better. He's at 40 something thousand, 45,000 subs. He's doing well for himself, but he could definitely be doing better. Nathan T just vlogged this. What is up? Welcome to the chat, buddy. Nathan T just vlogged, posted something. I think he posted a video yesterday. I have not got to that one yet. CCO is nice channel. I know, migratory game. He's before I even trapped, I was watching Coon Creek, and I would love for him to be consistent, because he's one of those guys. When he posts, as soon as I see he posts, I'm on there. It doesn't matter what I'm doing, I'm stopping and I'm watching his video, because Coon Creek, he puts out great content. He's a really good teacher. I just think how many thousands of people got into trapping because they were watching Coon Creek Outdoors. He was the first trapping video I ever saw besides Coffee. I watched Coffee's videos back when he first started posting them and stuff. I didn't comment or anything because I I couldn't subscribe to him for a while there because I didn't have like a Google account. I didn't have like a YouTube Google account. But Coffee and Coon Creek were some of the first trapping videos I ever watched. Coffee, yeah, I just started watching Live More Outdoors. I just recently subbed to him. Jake Ramsey, glad to have you, buddy. It was so cool seeing your boys out there when you caught that coyote in the snare. It reminded me of my son, just asking, like you said, asking a million questions, and you only got 100 answers for him. We got Big John back. Yeah, migratory. He does. He explains everything really well. I just think that if his camera work was a little better, that it would be video quality stuff that he could legitimately sell and do really, really well for himself. And that's the business part of me talking. But Yeah, if Coon Creek, and that's the reason why he was posting on YouTube, is it's a free alternative to going out and spending money on DVDs. But he could definitely sell that stuff if he just had slightly better camera work. Jake Ramsey, how many coyotes have you caught and shot this year? I don't know if you said it in your video or not. Jake Ramsey, that's a tough question. I don't have one with me. Jake Ramsey, I'd say probably. I'm not wearing my one. I have another hat from a different company, but really, my favorite mouth call. I've been using only four. Well, that's still good. That's four more that need four more than you need to have living. That's for sure. I only caught two. I was very happy to get two. Jake, my favorite mouth call. Right now, my favorite is the Woodhaven Yellow Venom. I think is what it's called. It's yellow. It's yellow tape with a red top reed, and it's kind of a combo cut. It's the combo cut for anybody that doesn't know. It's like a deep V on one side, and then a bat wing on the other side. It might be a reverse combo. I don't know. It's either a combo cut or a reverse combo. But right now, Jake Ramsey, that's the call that I like. I have three of them. I have two brand new. Do I have three or two? I had three. I had to throw one out because it was done. Yeah, migratory. It is very hard self filming. That's why I say if he could have somebody there to film for him, it would be that much better. His videos are already they're the standard. When you're talking about like instructional videos, Coon Creek Outdoors he's the top authority in my opinion because he's been around for a long time. All of his videos have tons of views. He's influenced a lot of people. Michigan Great Outdoors asks, who else roosts birds? Probably some of the best success comes off the roost. Yes. Yes. We talked about that in the last live stream, Michigan Great Outdoors. The prototype way, if somebody in here is new or has not killed a turkey yet, and Coffee, we need to get him on a bird. The best thing you can do is find them night before, and then get in early and try and get into their bubble. Tom Teaser mouth calls. Tom Teaser, what brand is that, Oak Fusky? Or is that the brand? I don't know if I've heard of Tom Teasers. And then Coffee said somewhere up here, Dwayne Lazar, I'm guessing, has a great snaring channel. He is in Canada. Yeah, snaring is something I want to do. Michigan Great Outdoors asked, how early do you guys set up before light? Michigan Great Outdoors, I think that kind of depends. Depends on, for me, I'm talking about me, not everybody else, obviously. For me, I try and be at least 45 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes before legal shooting light. If there's snow on the ground, you need to be in the woods several hours before if you're trying to get in close to them. Yeah, Oak Fusky, for you, especially if you're guiding people, easiest way to make your money is to roost those birds and then take those guys in there and get them close. Kill them as soon as their feet hit the ground. Okay, Bassmaster. Yeah, did he? Okay, Bassmaster, did he have beard and spurs? Because if he did, it counts. Asher Brothers is back in the house. Jake Ramsey says he sets up super early if he has one roosted. Yeah, agree 100%. Tom Teaser, it's a small brand or a small company. Okay. I'll have to check that out, Oak Fusky. I think you said you didn't know what cut. I always prefer a deep V cut. I really like that rasp. I like to be able to have a raspy call because I feel like it can always dial it back a little bit. But if you have a call that has no rasp, it's really hard to generate rasp without generating a lot of sound. Nathan T just vlog says he's not a hunter, but he sure does enjoy watching these awesome channels that do. You like fishing. There's a lot of good fishing channels in here too. There wasn't much left of them. Okay, Bassmaster. I would bet so. Are you an over the road truck driver? All right, Michigan Great Outdoors. It's good having you in here, buddy. Put those kiddos to bed. All your boys. He had spurs. Well, okay, Bassmaster, it counts. Clear, clean calls will always sound clear and clean. Yep, Jake Ramsey, exactly right. Okay, Bassmaster, he's over the road trucker. Country River here, some great catfish. It's a combo cut, but I can't remember what they call it. It's called the Dirty Hen or something like that. Yeah, Okwesky, I'll have to check that out. Tom Teaser. I don't have a pen on me, but I'll remember that. Tom Teaser. Yeah, I really like the combo cuts because for me, depending on the direction I'm trying to. So some people have like a center airflow or a right airflow or a left airflow. I feel like I can control the airflow. So with a combo cut, sometimes I'll push uh, the air to the left side of my call to try and get a certain sound, and then I'll push the air to the right side to get a different sound if I'm trying to get a little bit of rasp. Wish my hand had surgery. You had your surgery, Chip? All right, buddy. I hope you're doing well. Heal up, buddy. You got turkeys to kill. Hour and 12 minutes. Holy cow. So, guys, we talked about turkey shells in the beginning. A lot of people weren't in here. What I would say, I don't know if I said this earlier, what I would say is don't get hung up on a brand name. Don't get hung up on following the crowd. The hype right now is TSS. Everybody wants to buy TSS and spend $9 or $10 a shot. If that's what you want to do, spend your money that way. I'm just saying I've killed birds with $1 shot shells. I've killed birds with $6 shot shells. They all die the same. In my opinion, I don't feel like I feel like the best success that I've had has been with these Winchester Longbeard XRs. And they're cheap. I can't remember what I said the price was on them. $1.99 per shell. That's cheap compared to a lot of other shotgun shells. That's really cheap. Try out a few different shells. Buy a box of each type. If you're set on one specific shot size, buy 2 or 3 different brands and try them out. Each gun shoots different. Okwesky, he says he usually has 4 or 5 mouth calls with him. There's always that one that cuts better than the others or yelp good with a different one. Yeah. Yeah, Okwesky. Right now I have a glass, I have a ceramic, and then I have one box call, and I used to carry goodness, how many? I used to carry about four or 5 mouth calls myself, but I always found myself reaching into my pouch for 1 or 2 specific turkey calls. And I only pull out the pop calls every once in a great while. If I'm trying to sit down, relax for a little bit and give my mouth a break and stuff, I won't use a mouth call for a little bit. And no, I don't have any aluminum yet, Jake. I've been wanting to get one. I do not have one yet, and I hate that. But when I bought, so Let's see, there it shows up. This is a zebra wood ceramic. And when I bought this call, it was between aluminum or ceramic. And when I saw the guy who sold this, Christopher Broomfield, something like that, he's on Facebook. When I heard him playing, not this specific call, but one just like it, I really liked the sound, so I bought it. But at the time, I was looking at aluminum or uh, ceramic. I chose the ceramic, but I want to get an aluminum. Yeah, Jake. I don't typically. If I'm looking for a long range call, that's where the box comes in. Box call for me, it's a very loud call and it carries very well. So we got 20 thumbs up and 16 people still in here. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate it. But don't get hung up on a specific shotgun shell just because everybody else uses it on Facebook. Don't get hung up on a specific choke. I just bought a Carlson brand choke. I haven't shot it yet or shot through it yet. Everybody pushes Jebs chokes. I don't see how they could be that much different. They're twice the cost. I'm sure they're good, but a lot of people push those. And that's probably why I chose the Carlson. I wanted to be a little different. Yeah, Okfuski. I bought a bunch. I bought a bunch of mouth call equipment myself. Mine weren't great either, but the biggest problem is I had one of the I can't remember his name. Featheridge call or yeah, Featheridge sells his stuff. He makes all of the presses and stuff for everybody. But I bought one of those hand jigs too, and the biggest problem with me is I could not find consistency in my calls. If I made 10 calls, I would have 10 different sounds coming from those 10 different calls. It's really hard to try and sell a call that you haven't personally used and tried because each one was slightly different. It just was really tough to sell. And I sold a handful of them to some people I worked with. Fossil Creek Kennels and Outdoors. New here, ring your bell, left you a thumbs up. All right, I'll check you out. Fossil Creek Kennels. Thank you so much for stopping in. Guys, check out Fossil Creek Kennels and Outdoors and Fossil Creek. We would appreciate it if you check out all these other people in the chat. We got a lot of really great channels in here. Yeah, Okfuski. Yeah, if I'm having a hard time and I can't locate a bird, a lot of times I'll play the quiet game with them. Play the quiet game, give them 20 or 30 minutes without a call, and if they don't call naturally on their own, that's when I'll usually try and get one to gobble. That worked this past spring here in Indiana. Indiana was the only state I didn't get a bird in last year of the 5 states that I went to or hunted in. And one afternoon I was hunting and hadn't been able to get on a bird, and I finally shut up and let them do some calling. And when I decided to start calling, it was because one gobbled at me. For for beginners, I have 7.5 shoot up to 35 yards. Oh, 7.5 shot. Yeah, Jake Ramsey, 35 yards is a good range, especially for a beginner. Usually when I shoot my gun, I'll shoot it 20 yards, 30, 40, 50, sometimes further out, 60, just to see what the pattern looks like at range. Okay, Bassmaster, got to run. Got to roll at midnight, so I need some sleep. Everybody stay safe and keep the shiny side up. Later, guys. Okay, Bassmaster, thanks, buddy. Glad to have you in here. Be safe on the road. Fossil Creek says, coffee, how are you? Cool. Yeah, we had two brand new people to my channel, at least in the chat tonight. That was really cool. 21 thumbs up. Fossil Creek Kennel and Outdoors, where are you located at? Southeast Indiana here. We got some Ohio guys in here. We obviously have Texas, Oklahoma. Got a couple guys from Oklahoma. Fossil Creek knows a lot of people in here. That's great. Yeah, I'll check you out after this. You're from Texas too. Cool. Oak Fusky, what sights do I have? I run the 30 millimeter True Glow Gobble Stopper, but it also has the standard Mossberg sights on it. Esteem. The Wright's Trapping. Howdy, y'all. What is up, Wright's Trapping? Migratory Game. Yeah, I'm probably going to continue this trend of doing the lives every Friday. A lot of people in this chat are subscribers to, oh gosh, I can't even remember his name, Trapper J Outdoors. He always does like 4 and 5 hour long live streams on Saturdays. So I figured if I did a live stream on Saturday, I would get 0 people in here. Yeah, Friday's a good day for me. I have to work tomorrow though. 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. Yep. Texas, you'd be here. Appreciate that, Big John. Have you checked out Trapper J? Oh, thanks, Jake. Really appreciate that, buddy. Just to clarify for the new people in here, I do not consider myself an expert in the turkey hunting world. I've killed quite a few turkeys in a short number of years. So that's my favorite thing to do, and that's my favorite thing to talk about. Yeah, Migratory Game, I'm the same way. I can't sit there for 4 hours and watch one video, especially when I have a 3-year-old son. I'm surprised he hasn't tried crashing in here tonight. He's here. He's just in the other room. He's probably watching YouTube. So Jake Ramsey mentioned the aluminum pot call. Anybody else in here have a preference on style of pot call? Right strapping, or I'm sorry, Oak Fusky says, I like the smaller channel lives myself. Yeah, I agree. Anytime I get into Trapper Jay's stream, I'll say what's up, and his stream the entire time is just running through. I have a hard enough time keeping up with the 13 people in here right now, so I can't imagine having 150, 200 people in here. It'd be nuts. Fossil Creek says, Fox Hill, glad you are a Mossy Oak brother. Yeah, Fossil Creek, I'm fairly new to being a Mossy Oak fan. I think 2 years ago, 2 years ago, I was looking around for some new turkey camo, and I'd never, honestly, I always just kind of wore Realtree. I didn't, it was, I guess it was my preference, but I wasn't like really stuck on one pattern. And the Obsession pattern, which is, the sponsor to NWTF or whatever, I started checking out their stuff and looking at pictures of it compared to like real life scenery. I bought a few shirts and I sat in some brush myself and did some videos, and that stuff, I mean, in my opinion, Obsession blends in extremely well in most of the environments that I hunt. Excuse me. Yeah, Coffee, I'm the same way on big streams. Just say hey. Nothing like Obsession to break it up. Yeah, Fossil Creek, Obsession's a great camouflage in my opinion. Turkey Thug guys, not really. I have watched some of their stuff, Oak Fusky. No, this isn't it. I think I've shot some of their, I think they have the Turkey Thug ammo. I've used that before. Yeah, Jake Ramsey, this group is great. A lot of great support in this group. Everybody's friends of everybody's. We all watch each other's videos, and that's really what it's all about to me. You wear the leafy wear stuff the guys have seen. Yeah, yeah. I've seen your jacket that you wear. Yeah, I really like the Obsession. Your 835 Obsession. So is my 500. I wasn't going to say it earlier. One of the videos I'm working on that's going to take like a month and a half. The reason why is I sent my Remington 1187 out to go get it redipped from a company in Kentucky. It was about 4.5 hours from me though, so I wasn't going to drive and drop it off. But my 1187, it's going to be wrapped in the new Bottomland, the new Mossy Oak Bottomland, which is the other hat that I wear sometimes. It's the new style Bottomland. I prefer the new Bottomland to the original Bottomland. I don't know why. I think the new Bottomland has a little less black in it. It's more browns and tans. But I like Bottomland camo. I like green leaf camo. Green leaf's, for an older pattern, it's really cool too. But Obsession to me, Obsession for turkey hunting, it blends in perfectly, especially here in Indiana. Fossil Creek, you hydro dip? Fossil Creek, do you have any videos on that? I would love to see that. Jake Ramsey, you have an 1187. What pattern is yours dipped in? I think mine was like the got a fly. Mine was dipped in like one of the old Realtree patterns that was like a really a light tan and gray pattern, and it just stuck out like a sore thumb, and it was all wore out. And you guys will see that video in a month or two whenever I get my gun back and basically show you the upgrade to it. Migratory game, yeah, I'm kind of wondering the same thing. I've seen a few videos on hydro dipping, and it doesn't really. I don't know. Wouldn't say that it looks difficult to do, but having the equipment and the knowledge of how to get the bubbles out and stuff like that seems to me like the hard part. Yeah, Oak Fusky, it does have the most green in it. Outside Michigan city limits, outdoors. Hey, y'all. What is up, man? Yeah, Michigan Great Outdoors, real tree for life. Yeah, I'm not, I wouldn't say I'm biased. A lot of my deer hunting stuff is Realtree. If you watch my videos, you'll see that I'll be wearing all Realtree, but then I'll be wearing a Mossy Oak hat. I don't really care all that much. I do like to look good, just like most YouTubers, but nothing much. Just got a new phone. What phone did you get outside Michigan City? J-Dub's Outdoor Adventures. Excuse me. Sorry about that. He said, "What's up, y'all? Welcome to the live, man." Michigan Great Outdoors, 100%, 100% agree. Camo is like Ford versus Chevy, just like Hoyt versus Matthews. Yeah, you know what they say about the Hoyts, right? When you want to Hoyt them, not kill them. That's why I shoot the Matthews. Galaxy A50? I think that's a typo, but I don't know. That's a stupid old joke. I shouldn't have told that. He says, "What's up, Jake? I think I saw Cody in here. Hey, Migratory and Coffee." J-Dub's Outdoor Adventures. I don't know if you're new to the channel or not. The name doesn't ring a bell right out the gate. But Jake Ramsey says, Mossy Oak, Ford, and Hoyt. I don't have a preference on vehicle. I've owned 2 Chevys in my life. I have 2 Chevys right now, actually. But I don't have a preference. I don't have a preference on bows either. I just shoot a Matthews. That's what my dad shot. Oak Fusky says, I got to run. Got the kiddos to wrangle. Glad I made the live. I'm glad you made the live, too. You finally weren't working. Oak Fusky is a fireman. He's a firefighter in the great state of Oklahoma. You've never heard that joke, Michigan Great Outdoors? Well, I'm glad you heard it here first. He says, dipping, it's hard, guys. It's pretty, isn't hard. once you do it a few times, it's easy. I bet it is. Coffee says, I love, yeah, Coffee. He has that nice Ford F-150. Your wife drives a Jeep, though, right? CEO Fusky, glad to have you. Oh, you gave me a thumbs down on the Hoyt comment. I'm just screwing around. I don't have a preference. J-Dub, I'll text you. Okay. New to the channel. Okay. Glad to have you, J-Dub. Obviously, you know a few people in here, it looks like. I'll check out your channel as soon as I'm done live streaming. We've been in here an hour and a half. Wow. I did not mean for this to run that long. Just hanging out, talking. Mossy Oak, Ford, and Ruger for Fossil Creek. All right, Big John. Have a great night, buddy. Glad to have you. Camo is camo. Yeah, migratory game. Yeah, Jake Ramsey. He's a shooter. He shoots long range. Thanks. Yeah, don't hold that against me, man. I'm just messing around. I'm not picky when it comes to guns, camo, vehicles. I don't care. As long as it does what it's designed to do and it lasts, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what the brand is. All right, guys. Well, we'll start wrapping this up. 22 thumbs up and 13 people still in here. Thank you guys so much for watching Foxhole Outdoors. J-Dub and then Fossil Creek. I'll check out your guys' channels. Check out other people in here. It'd be cool. Michigan Great Outdoor says, I'll take a free sponsorship from Sitka, though. Yeah, I think most people would. When you have to pay $2,000 for a set of camouflage, yeah. Fossil Creek has a Super Duty F-350. I have an older 15 Chevy 1500 Z71, and then I have the Chevy Equinox. I drive the Equinox because it's fuel efficient. It gets me where I'm going. I've driven all over the place in that thing to go chase the elusive wild turkey, and it's been a good vehicle for me so far. And King Ranch. Jake Ramsey, you got the King Ranch. Fossil Creek Super Duty F-350 and Mossy Oak Country Breakup. We got a Duramax driver in here. I have a first-gen Cummins, 1990, the year I was born. It just sits. It doesn't drive. I still have it, though. It was my grandpa's truck. He bought it in like 91. I still have it. I need to do something with it, but it's time and money that I just have not invested. We got a Nissan Titan driver in here. J-Dub, is that like the newer Nissan Titan or one of like the older ones? Yeah, Michigan Great Outdoors. I don't remember. I think that might have been in one of your videos. I feel like I remember seeing a blacked out Chevy maybe in your camping video when you took your whole family camping, maybe. I don't remember. Or maybe it was one of your hunting trips with all your buddies. Zon Moore, you're still in here. Cool, buddy. Have a good night, man. Hope you got your kids to bed good. J-Dub says it's the older body. I really like those newer ones. They're big. They look like a big beefy truck, and they have the Cummins in them. Coffee is Coffee heading out? Or maybe it's Migratory that's heading out. Whoever's leaving, glad to have you guys. Thank you so much. Jake Ramsey, have a good one. Jake Ramsey, I don't have your phone number if you're talking to me. Michigan Great Outdoors, man, I'm telling you, you need to do a live. It's fun. It's really fun to do these live streams. I talked about my shotgun shells as as an icebreaker for like 5 seconds, and then the rest of the time we just been talking about trucks and camouflage and everything else. But Jake putting yours and Cody trap tag in the mail Monday. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I missed something here, guys. All right, guys. We're at 1 hour and 35 minutes. Gonna be wrapping it up. J Dubs, I made beaver drowners on your live. Oh, J Dubs, you do trapping videos. That's cool. J Dubs, do you do any other type of hunting or fishing? Michigan City Limit says Mossy Oak tattoo with Camo Matthews. Okay, Michigan Great Outdoors. This is something you missed in one of the first lives. So, Eat, Explore, Hunt was my original name, right? And I would be on these live streams on other people's channels, and I would comment and just say, "Hey," and they would read my name, Eat, Explore, Hunt, but they would still like say it backwards. They would say Explore, Hunt, Eat, or Hunt, Eat, Explore. They would say the name and get it mixed up, and I picked that name. My sister, who is good at marketing type stuff, she helped me out coming up with Eat, Explore, Hunt. It felt like it had a good ring to it, and I chose that name, and I really do like that name. And I actually struggled the first few videos I said. I would say, "What's up, guys? Welcome to Eat, Explore, Hunt," and then I'd stop and be like, "Oh yeah, I'm Fox Hill now." So Michigan Great Outdoors. The reason why I changed it was simplicity. Is a lot easier to say Fox Hill Outdoors for people talking to me or reading my name off. It was a lot easier for people to say that name. So, and I'd caught several fox on our property this year. It just felt like a really fitting name. And Zahn, who was in here earlier, Z Moore, Grizz. Um, I was at work taking a break, and I Googled image like a fox logo, and one popped up. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, "Wow, that's really cool. I'm going to change the name of my channel." There was a lot of little things that led up to it, but I basically just changed it to make it easier for people to read and type. Imagine trying to type in Eat, Explore, Hunt, but you type it in backwards. You'd never find my channel. And that's the biggest reason why I changed it, was to make it easier for people to find my channel. Oh, Jake just dropped his email in here. I'm a little behind because I like to ramble. Talking to Matthew, but you can take my number. Just email at Jake Ramsey. Okay. All right, Jake Ramsey, I will hit you up, man. Michigan Great Outdoors says makes sense. I like them both. Thanks, man. Mine was originally, Pollock Outdoors. I don't know why I just struggled saying that. Pollock Outdoors. People said I was racist to Polish people. Your ancestors are Polish. You're Polish. Yeah, because for a while your Instagram account was still Pollock Outdoors. Pollock Outdoors. And I remember every time I would open up your Instagram, the first thing you see is "I am the Polak." J-Dub says, "I do hunting, fishing, and travel videos." That's really cool. Yeah, we're guys. We ramble on. I'm not a huge talker, but when I get to talking to you guys, I tend to overstay my welcome. We're at 1 hour and 40 minutes. That's really awesome, guys. You guys are champs, for real. Thank you so much. And JW, yeah, trapping. JW is a great channel. Yeah, coffee. I'm gonna check out JW and then Fossil Creek. Outside Michigan city limits outdoors. What is your biggest butt? Before deductions, 164. After deductions, 146. I could show them to you guys, but that would require me walking away from this laptop for a minute. Maybe in the future, I'll show you guys. I've got 2 deer mounts. I've got my first ever deer, which was a good 8-point, and then the 160 buck. Coon hunting, deer hunting, bass, crappie fishing, Fossil Creek. That's awesome. Michigan City says, do it. 10-point, never had one scored. Yeah, J-Dubs, I've only had the one scored. Jake Ramsey says 175, archery buck. Yeah, I really want to show you guys these deer. Come to the next live. Yeah, my mom just said tell them about Dad's deer. That's what I was about to get at, Jake. Maybe in the future we'll do a live where I can show you guys the deer mounts. My dad killed a 183 and 3/8 with a bow at 9 yards. Before deductions, it was 192 and 3/8. At the time, it was the second largest buck in the state of Indiana with a bow. It's a decent deer. It's okay. It's an awesome buck. Mom, will you grab a picture off the wall? I can show him that. Never scored. Yeah, and if you want to score deer, it's relatively easy to do, and you're going to be fairly close. Just watch some videos on it, and it's easy to do. I mainly learned how to score deer. Thank you. I mainly scored deer just to have a good guesstimation of what I was looking at. So if I saw a deer in the woods while I was hunting, I could look at it and say, okay, it's approximately 120 inch, or 130, or 140. That was the biggest reason why I learned how to score. I'm not an official scorer. Jeff, got to do more social media, bud. Instagram seems to be helping. People like that stuff. I know you're not a fan. Yeah, Michigan Great Outdoors. I am not a fan of social media. I do like to scroll through Facebook when I'm bored, but I really do not like social media. I really don't like it. I don't. And I've said this in other lives. My biggest problem with social media is it's nothing but a competition. If you haven't killed so Jake Ramsey, he's killed a 175. He can post a 175-inch deer that he killed with a bow that he scouted, he found, he got on that deer, and he potentially has people that are coming on there. Sorry, I just had a pop up. He could have people coming on his post and saying, "Oh well, you should have let him grow another year." Some of them are going to be joking. Some of them are going to be serious, and that gets to me. It's like everybody's trophy is something different. It could be a 110-inch buck. It could be a 180-inch deer. A trophy is a trophy in the eye of the beholder. And whatever it is that you're happy with killing, kill it. Eminem says biggest bow kill is 140-inch 10-point. That's a great buck. Jake Ramsey, that's a good idea. I really want to see your deer. All right, so hopefully this shows up. Hopefully that shows up a little bit. So my dad's 183-inch and 3/8. It's a really good buck. J Dubs, I agree. A button buck is a trophy if it's your first deer. Yeah, yeah. I've talked about that type of stuff enough. It makes me so sick to be on social media and see all the negativity from people bashing other people because where I'm at, a good buck, let's say he's a 160-inch deer, or I'm sorry, let's say 120-inch deer. Down in Florida, 120-inch deer is a really good deer. But here, we had to have people scoffing at it. I just don't agree with that. Way behind, guys. I'm way behind. Outside Michigan City Limits Outdoors. What's up? You coming in? I got my dad.
Mom was just trying to
Oh.
it was about bringing up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that is a big deer. My biggest trophy buck is a 6-pointer. Yeah, Jake, whenever you do a live stream, man, I definitely want to see it. I want to see your tour of your mounts. The right strapping says it's not the size that matters, it's the fun of getting out and get some food for the family. Yeah, everybody has their own definition. Some people are strictly meat hunters, other people hunt for horns. I'm somewhere in between. I just really enjoy being out. My favorite part of it now that I'm filming my hunts is catching all the little things that you might not typically see. You might not be looking for, like watching a chipmunk run across a log, like doing the videography side of hunting. For me, that's really fun. It's really enjoyable catching other wildlife and getting them on camera, watching the squirrels chase each other around acting crazy. That's really fun. It's really fun just to film them. I missed a whole bunch of your guys' comments. I apologize. I'm going to scroll back and look and see what I missed, if I missed too much. Yeah, J-Dub, YouTube is social media, I agree. But something I've talked about in other live streams is the YouTube hunting community it seems to be really tight-knit. I mean, look at all the great channels that we have here in the chat. Everybody seems to be really supportive of each other, but YouTube is completely different than Facebook, in my opinion. Yes, they're both social media, but to me, Facebook is nothing but a measuring contest, and I just do not like it. It's a really toxic environment. Actually, the hunting community is very toxic on Facebook. Instagram's not that bad, but Facebook's horrible, and I really do not like it. But YouTube is 100% different, in my opinion. That's why I love YouTube so much. Not only posting videos, but watching your guys' videos. Jake Ramsey says that 6-pointer was at least 8 years old, 10 sheds off of him. Wow. So Jake, was he on his way down when you shot him? 8 years old, that's really old deer. Right strapping is disabled veteran. Anytime I get out, it's a good thing. Amen. Anytime you can get out is always a good thing. Yeah. Yeah, Jake, definitely be looking forward to seeing those videos, buddy. Outside Michigan City Limits says, my favorite thing was watching a buck mount a doe. Yeah, that would be cool. I haven't seen that. I've really enjoyed watching bucks spar, and hearing them grunt is really cool. I haven't got any of that on camera yet. I've only seen it. No, that's not true. I think I got a little bit of footage of 2 bucks sparring this year. I don't remember if I edited that footage out or if I kept it, but either way, I was filming through some brush, so it really wasn't a quality photo. But you could see them making a scrape, and then they were also doing a little sparring. Fossil Creek says, I don't mount many bucks. I've only mounted 1 buck in the last 20 years, 9-point. I shot in South Georgia. Coffee Outdoors, yeah, hearing them grunt is awesome. It's really cool. Really cool to hear them grunt. Michigan Great Outdoors. Jake told us in the stream last week, I think, that he has tons of footage of him shooting big bucks. He just hasn't posted them because right now it's out of season. Biggest antlers was a 7-point rack, 22 inches wide outside spread. Nice. He never was a giant. J-Dub says, I do European mounts, the closest thing I have to a mounted buck. I do have a European mount. and I have him just in the other room. I did that myself. It's not like super high quality, and I didn't like coat it in something. Actually need to finish getting some of the gunk off around the antlers. Fossil Creek says I have a lot of bucks on camera fighting and sparring, making scrapes, etc. That's really cool. Do you do videos then? Like on your trail cameras, I mean? Yeah. I got assistance here today. This was a Euro mount that I did myself, and you can see there's a little bit of crud still up underneath the antlers. I killed this buck Black Friday 2018. 2018 season. I killed this buck. He's pretty cool. He's broke off here, and as you can see, he's got that little kicker back there. Pretty good buck. Yeah. What was cool about this deer actually was right on his nose. I have the picture on my Facebook and maybe on my Instagram, but his nose, he had like a scar straight down the center of his nose, and it was just really, really cool. J-Dub says, should I do a muskrat catch, clean, cook? Hey, if you want to do a muskrat catch, clean, cook, do it. I've never seen anybody do that, but I've never really looked for it. Jake Ramsey says, next fall I have a ton of deer footage. Yeah. Yeah, Jake, I really want to see all your deer, buddy. No, I ain't showing him that. If you guys can see that right up there, that's my mom's first deer. It's a jewelry holder.
30 yards of the bow.
Yeah, 30 yards.
Jake Ramsey says, spoiler alert, one buck I'll show some footage of was over 200 inches. Jake Ramsey, I'm going to need the coordinates to your hunting spot. I'll get those via email here in a little bit. That's awesome. 200 inches. We're almost at 2 hours, folks. Michigan Great Outdoor says, we call that a dandy up here in Michigan. Were you talking about mine or somebody else's? Oh, thanks, Jake. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's the first one I ever did. You're talking about mine. Thanks. Appreciate it. Yeah, he's a cool buck. I shot him at first light. I think it was opening day. Yeah, it might have been opening day of shotgun. But I showed you my mom's deer. She's really proud of it. Obviously, it's a trophy to her. As you know, it is a trophy deer. Was that your first deer with a bow? First buck and first buck with a bow. My first buck with a bow was little basket rack 8. Shot him at 25 yards, I think, 20, 25, something like that. Michigan Great Outdoors with the emojis, 200 inches. Yeah. If I saw a 200-inch deer, I'd probably not be able to shoot. I'd just be shaken to death. Fossil Creek says he's doing a European mount on its 8-point. You're going to hydro dip him. That's really cool. Rides trapping mule deer. Man, that would be cool. I would love to go mule deer hunting someday. Michigan Great Outdoors. I heard somebody complaining about a turkey not being mature. Yeah. I killed more jakes. So about me, I killed more jakes this year than I have in the rest of my life combined. And that's because out west, there are a ton of jakes. It seems like every state that I was in, jakes were everywhere. Very few longbeards, tons and tons of jakes. Some people will look at a bird with an 8-inch beard and say it's not a mature bird. That's the most stupid thing I've ever heard in my entire life. You cannot age a turkey by the way they look. You cannot age a turkey. Now, maybe by weight you could age them, but you don't know how much they weigh until you have them in hand. their beards and their spurs do not determine their age. Because a lot of turkeys, I think I read somewhere the average age of a turkey is only like 2.5 years. So how can you tell the difference between a year-old turkey and a 2-year-old turkey? I mean, a Jake, obviously you can tell that a Jake is a Jake. You know, their fans are not mature, but when it comes to judging mature birds, meaning longbeards, full fans, if they don't have a full fan, they're not a mature bird. Anything after that, they're a mature bird. Asher Brother says, I shot a couple Jakes with a 2 and 3 inch beard. Yeah. Yep. Michigan Great Outdoors. You shot one with a 6-inch beard last year and got blasted. Ignore those people. Those people are stupid. Out west, and I know you're in Michigan, but out west, the birds have shorter spurs and they have shorter beards. The spurs are because the more rocky terrain, they end up chipping off their spurs, and their beards don't grow longer. I imagine that's probably something to do with their diet or their environment. But yeah, I killed more Jakes this year than any other year combined, and I was proud of each and every single one of them. Washington is way too far. I missed something here. Come out to Washington and I'll take you. Oh, you're talking about mule deer hunting? Don't joke around. I'll be there. I travel all over to shoot turkeys. Fossil Creek Outdoors, thank you so much for stopping in. I really appreciate it. We'll be checking out your channel. He says, God bless y'all. Have a good night. You too, man. Two-hour live stream. Yeah. Yeah, I've never done a 2-hour live stream, but I can see why Trapper Jay does it because he's got 150 people in there nonstop, just comment after comment. It's really hard to keep up with we got 12 people in here still. That's really great. Really appreciate it, guys. If I missed anybody's comments, I really apologize. I try and do the best I can and make sure to talk to each and every person and try and catch every comment that I can. I know there's a lot of comments in the live to each other, and I just try and do the best I can to communicate. You know, Raising Canes was in here earlier. I was telling him to turn on his comments. It's more about growing with each other, growing our channels. Excuse me. I'll read that in a second. It's about growing our channels, growing a family and a community together. And that's really what it's all about for me. I started my channel because my son loves YouTube. He doesn't love outdoor channels, of course. He's a 3-year-old. He likes watching dinosaurs. He likes watching kids playing, you know, just random kid stuff. I started this channel so that I could build something for him to watch and for him to be a part of with our farm vlogs. And we did a few of those, and I really enjoyed making them. I don't care how many views they get. I don't have any clue how those have done. I haven't even looked at those in forever. But those were some of my favorite videos, was doing the farm vlogs with my son. And that's what it's all about. It's about being with your family, being with your friends. You guys are my YouTube family. I really appreciate all you guys. So the Rights Trapping says we got some turkey also. Yeah. Washington State. You have Easterns and Rios up there, I think, maybe. I don't know. I've heard Washington State's actually a really great state to turkey hunt. It's just so far away from me. It's going to be like a 2-day drive whenever I do, because I drive everywhere. I don't fly. I don't mind flying, but I really enjoy the drive. That's part of the experience for me, seeing new country. And you miss out on all those small little details when you're flying 30,000 feet in the air. So for me, someday, whenever I do head out to like Idaho and Washington State, it's going to be a journey, and I'm going to really enjoy it. But yeah, Michigan Great Outdoors says memories forever. Exactly. They're here forever. Jake Ramsey says, you're doing great, Jeff. Thanks, man. You did a great stream. You should have got a good amount of watch time. Yeah, that's the cool thing about doing these streams. And I was telling Michigan Great Outdoors via Messenger the other night. That's a great way to build your watch hours, which is cool. I'm just watching and reloading for my wife's 6.5 Creedmoor. I've never shot at 6.5. Coffee, agree, brother. Great time in here. Just cracked a fresh beer. Michigan Great Outdoors. What are you drinking? Miller Lite, probably. Nothing wrong with that. I drink Busch Light whenever I do drink. I don't drink very often, but I like Busch Light. Jake Ramsey, my 6-year-old was pumped that he is on YouTube. Yeah, that was the same way. When I first, my son's name is Mason. The first video I did with Mason, he was so excited to watch it. And he's the intro to all of my regular videos, as you guys have seen probably. He loves it. Every time I watch one of my videos, like after the fact, he loves seeing himself on there. What part of the world are you in? J-Dub, are you talking, if you're talking to me, J-Dub, I'm in southeastern Indiana. I'm in the tri-state area of Ohio and Kentucky and Indiana. I'm about 45 minutes to an hour away from Cincinnati, and I'm about 25 minutes away from the river, the Ohio River. Michelob Ultra, I'm watching my figure. Coffee outdoors. Watching your figure, huh? Sam Adams. I should have known. That makes more sense. You're a beer snob. That's cool. My first beer was a Sam Adams, and it was warm. I have not drank one since. Yeah, coffee in here making jokes. Outside Michigan City, he says, come to Michigan. Yeah, Michigan's going to be on my list. I was telling Michigan Great Outdoors, most likely next year I will be hunting in Michigan. Eminem says Bud Light. I don't really have. I'm not a beer snob. I'm just not really a drinker. But when I do drink, I like Busch Light. It's just a cold, refreshing beverage. Michigan Great Outdoors says I need more mic lights. Mike. Oh, Michelob. I was like, I didn't know what a mic light was. All right. Okay, we've officially eclipsed the 2-hour mark. I'm gonna wrap this up, guys. Spend a little time with my son. It's time for bed for him, and I got to be up at 3:45, which is not too far away. Need more Jack. Okay, guys. Thank you guys so much for joining the stream tonight. It was really cool to meet a few new guys in here. Hope you guys all know each other, sub to each other's channels. It's really cool. You all have a great night. Looking forward to seeing you guys in the next live stream next Friday night. Been doing them at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So he says later, Jeff, who's going next? Great. Enjoy the stream. All right, guys. Give it just a minute to wrap up the chat, and I'll finish saying goodbye. We still got 12 people in here. You guys need to go home. Later, Eminem. See y'all later. Thank you guys so much. Really, I appreciate it. We joked around a little bit. I really, really appreciate all the support. Having this many people in here, it feels good. It feels good to be able to communicate with you guys. You're my YouTube family. Really appreciate it. I'll be checking out the new channels. Thank you guys so much. Hope you have a good one.